Greetings, fellow Meccas. Today we'll be looking at a substitution and income effect problem. The problem: Kate's utility function is u equal x of a times x of b. The price of apples used to be $5. The price of bananas used to be $2. And her income used to be $40. If the price of apples decreased to $1 and the price of bananas stayed constant, calculate the substitution, income, and total effects of the price decrease. Now take a few moments, pause this video, and solve this question. Alright, welcome back. Hopefully you were able to solve this problem. Now let's solve it together. Now our first step is solving for Kate's demand for x of a and x of b. For x of a, Kate's demand will be the price of x of b over the price of x of a times x of b. Kate's demand for x of b will be the price of x of a over the price of x of b times x of a. Now that we have Kate's demand for x of a and x of b, let's look at Kate's original budget constraint. So Kate's original budget constraint, which is $5 for the price of apples plus $2 for the price of bananas, which is equal to her income of 40. So now let's solve for x of b first. So to solve for x of b, we plug in 5, we plug in for x of a, so we get 5, the price of x of b, which is 2, over the price of x of a is 5, times x of b plus 2x of b is equal to 40. Those cancel, so we get 2x of b plus 2x of b is equal to 40. 4x of b is equal to 40, so x of b is equal to 10. Now let's solve for x of a. So to solve for x of a, we have 5x of a plus 2x of b is equal to 40. So 5x of a plus 2, and then for x of b, we have to plug in our x of b demand equation, which will be the price of x of a, which is 5 over 2 times x of a, which is equal to 40. These cancel, so we have 5x of a plus 5x of a is equal to 40. So 10x of a is equal to 40. X of a is equal to 4. So for Kate's original budget constraint, she demands 10 bananas and 4 apples. Now let's solve for Kate's new, so this is Kate's new budget constraint, where the price of x of a is equal to $1, because the price of apples decreased from $5 to $1, where the price of bananas stayed constant and her income is still 40. So her new budget constraint is x of a plus 2x of b is equal to 40. Let's solve for x of b first. So we get price of x of b, which is 2 over 1 times x of b, which is plus 2x of b is equal to 40. Let's cancel 2x of b plus 2x of b is equal to 40. 4x of b is equal to 40. X of b is equal to 10. So Kate's demand for bananas stay the same, which makes sense because the price of bananas stayed the same and her income stayed the same. So now let's find Kate's demand for apples as it decreased to $1. So we have x of a plus 2 times 1 over 2 times x of a is equal to 40. Let's cancel x of a plus x of a is equal to 40. So 2x of a is equal to 40. X of a is equal to 20, which makes sense. Her demand would increase for apples since the price decreased. She wants to consume more. Now, let's solve for the change. The change for bananas, her demand for bananas, which is equal to the new demand for bananas, where the price is 1. For apples, which is 20, minus the old demand for apples, which is 4. So this is equal to 16 apples. So as the price decreased to $1 per apple, she wants to consume 16 more apples. Now let's find the change of her income. This is going to be equal to the original demand for apples, 4, times the new price of apples, 1, minus the old price, which is 5. This gives us negative 16. So her income decreases by 16. So the new income, let's find that, which is going to be equal to an old income, 40, plus the change of income, 16, which is going to be equal to $24. Now let's find x1 of s, which is going to be equal to 2x of a, which is going to be equal to 24. So we get x of a is going to be equal to 12 apples. So now let's find our substitution effect, which is going to be the change x1 of s, which is going to be equal to 12 x1 of s minus the original demand for apples, 4, which gives us 8 apples. Substitution effect will be 8 apples. The income effect, let's solve for next, which will be 20 minus, so this is the new demand for apples, minus 12 x1 of s, which is going to give us 8 apples. And then the total effect will be the change of x1 of s plus the change of x1 of m, which gives us 8 plus 8 gives us 16 apples. So Kate's substitution effect, income effect are both 8 apples, and the total effect is 16 apples. So this is the solution to the problem. I hope this video helped, and if it did, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Thank you.